So we're just gonna jump in and see if we can find some crayfish. Welcome back everyone. This weekend we're in Kaikoura. We're going to get some crayfish. If you don't know, Kaikoura, the word itself, kai meaning food, kora meaning crayfish, and it's a town of crayfish. So we hope you can follow along with this adventure, and if you do come to Kaikoura, you've got to try the crayfish. One place is right here, the iconic Pier Hotel, where you can dine in. Or here at the Kaikoura Seafood Barbecue right on Jimmy Allen's Beach. Or the latest place to come to town is the Kaikoura Lobster. And here at the legendary Nz bin, which has been selling crayfish for over 20 years. Believe it or not, the crayfish grow so big they even climb over the roofs. There's even so much crayfish in the town that even the library is shaped like a crayfish pot. So we thought we'd start our first dive here at the Kaikoura Marine Reserve. It's right off the Kaikoura Peninsula. There's the Kaikoura Wharf directly behind me. And you see that snow on the mountains, so it's going to be a cold dive. So we're just going to jump in and see if we can find some crayfish. We jumped in the cold water and barely swam out 10 meters before we dived down on the first crevice, and were amazed by what we saw. If you're not a believer in the value of marine reserves, take a look at this. It's absolutely stunning. It's amazing to see huge numbers and massive crayfish. This is an awesome place to bring your family. As we swam through the reserve, we came across this massive crayfish wandering the seabed. It's hardly ever that you'll see this in the wild. This crayfish had no fear whatsoever. Watch as he shows aggression as I approach him with my hand. After a brilliant dive from the reserve, we headed down the coastline to catch some crayfish. One of the great things about Kaikoura is you can pull over almost anywhere along the coastline or the peninsula and you're bound to find crayfish. So we're going to suit up and let's get into it. We jumped in and dived down, looking for some crevices in search of some crayfish. It wasn't long and we were onto the crayfish. Many Kaikoura crayfish tend to be smaller in size, but they taste sweeter. This female crayfish is on berry. They can typically hold up to 500,000 eggs. These are our future generation crayfish, and it's important that we release them as soon as possible. When measuring crayfish, sometimes it pays to have help from a dive buddy. We came across a few butterfish, and it's hard to pass them up as they're by far one of my favourite eating fish. Watch here as I pull off a nice long shot. This was a good sized butterfish and had an amazing blue stripe over its fins. Having shot a fish, this seal came in around wanting some. But no, you can go get your own, my friend. We were hit by a passing southerly, and with a good feed, we decided to head back to shore. In Kaikoura, it's mandatory to clip the centre tail off the crayfish. This shows that it's a recreational catch, and it can't be sold commercially.
Big food.
Crayfish.
Good food.
Awesome.
Home time.
Go home, clean them up and pick up a feed.
Nice. See you at home.
So one of the amazing things about crayfish is this shell you can actually undome. And the whole shell just comes off. You can see here the dome that holds the shell in place. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on our next adventure.